So I just finally saw the last Airbender series, and honestly, it was good. It was good. It was good. Like, it wasn't as good as the anime series. Honestly, let's be honest. It wasn't gonna be as good as the anime series, but it was far from the worst thing. Better than the M Night Shyamalan on live action movie that came out in 2010, which honestly I still have vivid memories of it, even though I've only seen it once. But but the live action remake, it just lacks that little pizzazz, the charm that the anime series has, the limitations of live action, the fact that some of the goofy moments just don't line up with the translation in live action, and due to the fact that, like for example, like Aang like doing the little spear ball, like it comes off really goofy, for example, in that one. Whereas in the anime one, it's like transitions in it because you get away with a lot of stuff in animation that you can never do in live action. But first, let's start off with what I like best. First off, I think the cast was brilliant cast. They look exactly like the characters came straight out of the anime series, especially Aang, especially Zuko, Katara, Sokka, Ozai, etc. They all look like they came straight out of the anime series. Like all sprang into live action, into the portal like Enchanted. But anyways, Dallas Liu, Paul Sun Lee, they were both brilliantly cast as Zuko and Iroh. Like they managed to capture the magic, what makes their relationship so special in the anime series, especially with Zuko's internal conflict and the fact that he channels Zuko's rage inside of it, and then also Lee himself, he managed to capture Iroh's sweetness, but at the same time, he's the Dragon of the West when push comes to shove in that part. Like example, I mean, he says he unleashes tenfold on Zhao. Like you could feel Iroh's fury coming out of him in that scene. So I know I'm not alone in this, but I feel like the bending was a little bit off in some scenes, especially because sometimes like whenever they're bending, like for example, like Azula bending the lightning bend, looked like something I got out of a Super Bowl commercial where it was all in slow motion. It's like, which honestly, I totally understand. It's a TV, but it's a TV show. They have a little TV budget. It's not as big as a movie budget where they're gonna have like these big visual effects. But it worked well what they got, though. I'll give it that. They worked well what they got. Now let's get to the things that I didn't like about the last Airbender series. First off, let's talk about the pacing. The pacing is just, I wouldn't want to say rush, but it kind of does feel a little bit tad bit rush compared to the anime series, especially the fact that they're just like going to place and they're not like finding a place to sleep like in the anime series where like you see Team Avatar like sleeping in one place and they continue the journey to the next. But here it's just like, oh my gosh, I was gonna move on. Like it's like they have no rest whatsoever. And the fact that they're kind of cramming all these episodes and characters into one episode, into one shebang, it's like it kind of leaves you processing so much that it's just too much at that point. Like for example, like Boomy, the Mechanist, Jet and the Freedom Fighters putting in one episode. It's like, wait, what the heck? Like it's just all over the place. It's just kind of weird and not a like it just out of the ordinary. Like it's like Team Avatar is just being all these guys like in one setting in one episode. And I don't want to get started on the fact that Katara never mentions her mother's necklace at least one episode of the whole series. It plays an integral part of the whole series. But overall, though, I do applaud the series what it's trying to do, and not trying to tell the same story over and over again for the anime series. And I do welcome some of the changes, but I can understand why the original creators of Avatar: Last Airbender they left the series over creative differences. And after seeing the show, I can understand what those creative differences are. But overall, I give Avatar: Last Airbender Netflix adaptation a good 6.5 out of 10. It is a fine adaptation of The Last Airbender, certainly better than what came out in 2010, but overall, nothing to write home about, and certainly is far from the worst thing that ever came out. So, in terms of adaptations, I say, why make something that was brilliant, glorious in animation and redo in live action? But hey, what do I know? I'm just a critic.